Foxes are one of various creatures in Japanese mythology that can shapeshift. It's even said the many-tailed foxes I mentioned previously, usually female, would often change into humans. Sometimes with ill intent, but sometimes they would settle down and marry, living a regular life as a human. There's a tale of a woman named Tamamo no Mai, who despite only being 20 years old, was said to be the most beautiful and intelligent woman in Japan, and worked as a courtesan under the emperor. She was deeply loved by the people, and there was no question she could not answer. It was later discovered that she was in fact a nine-tailed fox, plotting to kill the emperor. In the story, she was hunted down shortly thereafter and killed. Here at Oni Island, our enemy appears to be a nine-tailed fox of enormous power. Let's hope our story ends the same way. We've arrived at Oni Island. Now, thankfully, with our fire shield here, we can actually make it around. Though we can't make lily pads on this, so we have to be very careful to get to our destination as quickly as possible. Would like to get over there. We finally entered Oni Island, though. The volcanic-looking island, out in the ocean, home of the Dark Lord. It's been grinning at us for some time now. And I always have trouble getting a spout to come off of these. There we go. Past the river of lava. And we can actually reach the entrance of the temple. We'll see if this is Oni Island, we can actually see both eye sockets right up there, and the rather large mouth in front. So we are inside Oni Island. And if this place is called Oni Island, it's only fitting we meet some Oni. Red Oni, blue Oni. Now, these guys, in my experience, are not terribly easy to take out. So what I will usually do is wait for one to charge when their backs are open. The front is essentially a giant shield, letting you not hurt them. But once they open up their backs, I'll usually run in and Veil of Mist one and just kill him under the Veil of Mist. And I will keep going until that one is dead. It will take me some time and a lot of ink, but if I can kill just one of them, the whole fight goes a lot easier. Now the second one, I'll fight a little bit more as intended. Now the Red Oni and Blue Oni, red and blue are actually two of the essentially the more popular colors for portraying Oni. But as far as my research could tell, that's actually a more recent depiction. typically they were drawn in any number of colors, from red to blue to green to yellow to orange. Part of the red Oni, blue Oni thing that's come about recently is also showing off a difference in personalities. And it's often a character trait, something you can relate to two different characters. You'll have a blue Oni. Both characters will often be very similar in as far as how powerful they are, or how they go about fighting or doing their jobs. And they'll usually be equally skilled, but completely different, conflicting personalities. Though often, not only will they be conflicting, but they will also be best of friends. Now, the blue Oni, or the character that would be portrayed as the blue Oni, would usually be more cool, calm, and collected, and maybe more devious. Whereas the red Oni, on the other hand, would be more hot-blooded and probably a little more vicious, I guess you could say. Now, that would have gone a lot faster if I had slowed time for the second one, but I kind of wanted to say that. Now, that's back the way we came. I don't recall there being anything in these. But we can break them now with our upgraded Power Slash. Fruit. I'll take fruit, why not? Now, it's not of terrible importance, but if we run around here, and we can look back over here, that's where we entered. But if we run around back this way, we can loop around and find a couple hidden chests. And actually, I didn't go down on this side, but over where that flower is there is yet another chest with stuff in it. I don't think there's ever anything of any real importance in here. But there's our temple! There's where we're entering. With luck to see this nine-tailed fox. All we have to do now is find her. Can do. A merchant? Business? A business fight? Well, there's actually not really anything I need to buy. I would really like a new reflector, though. I got this one back before we even fought... I got this one back before I fought even Crimson Helm, for Pete's sake. I'd kinda like a new reflector. Now, it doesn't appear we can go in the front door. We've got this little light bulb thing here with a keyhole on it. Got our good friend Lockjaw over on that side, so let's go this way. Oh, that's the weapon that Rao was using. Now, I have a seven-bladed weapon, our 7-strike, but it's a 9-bladed weapon. I can't see I've seen one of those before. And to be honest, I'm not sure if there's any mythology behind that or not. But you know what? There's our key to get past Lockjaw. So I'll totally run across this big open area and nothing bad will happen at all. Dang, something bad happened. I was really hoping that would actually get rid of that, but oh well. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, come on! I blew your fire off! As I said with the other one, or as I mentioned with the Oni out front, dealing with these poltergeists are similarly troublesome. So I'll occasionally just, oh, bugger all. Yee, that's a new one. I'm gonna wait over here. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I don't like him. You know, I've got to be honest with everyone. As many times as I've played this game, and I have played this game a lot, I've never seen them do that. That's kind of awesome. But as I mentioned with the Oni, for defeating these poltergeists, if I have to fight more than one of them at a time, I'll usually do what I did there, which is just Veil a Mist one to death. And we have a key! That's new, though. You know what? I'm not stepping on that, though. That looks painful. We have a key, though. This is not a key there, because this is actually a, I forget what it's called. An arrow that kills demons, shaped like a key. And he's a demon and a door, so it all works out. It's not an actual key. So I guess we're gonna have to find an actual key. Yay, chest! Hoyo! That's exactly what I wanted, yes. Okay, we can't go through the front door, but we're slowly making our way down, and crap's that. Odd what they get enjoyment out of. Okay, so what are you? Toby. You know, for an evil being and a piece of paper, you're very well spoken, Toby. I like you. This is something that happens a lot in this dungeon. We get to race Toby. Now the whole thing with racing him is there will be a gate, and we just have to beat him to the gate. Pressing the switch will open the gate, and if he beats you, it closes again. You can race him as many times as you want, though. Now, it helps considerably if you hit that switch running, so you don't build up speed afterwards. So, yeah, I win. And you get some money for winning. I don't want to be skewered alive. Yeah, so it usually helps considerably if you take a look at the course before racing him. You're usually given that opportunity. And it appears here that our destination is merely the other side of this whole area, so we should be able to hit this running. And it's actually not that bad to beat him on a lot of these as long as you are careful. And usually when you beat him, things like this will happen, where we can actually run back and forth pretty easily now. I do have a little bit of a complaint in this particular dungeon with a couple of the camera angles, though. The camera just, a lot of the time, really does not want to agree with you. Oh well. Minor complaint, really. Because I can manage. And that said, though, this is indeed another dungeon. In fact, this is one of the longer dungeons in the game. In fact, there may only be one dungeon longer than this one, and I haven't played that one in a while, so I'm not positive. But we'll cross that road when we get to it. But yes, Oni Island. We just have to make our way through. and see how many times we have to beat Toby. I'm fine. Now, if we take a look ahead, we have to jump down between these platforms, make our way up the other side. So instead of running straight onto that one, it may be easier for us to start by jumping past this one, down to that one. God dang it! God dang camera angle! Yep, he's one. No! As we've seen there, one of the main follies of this is while you're running, there's usually some delay between you landing and you being able to jump again. So if you hit the thing going full speed, you may have a little bit of trouble getting up enough, or you may have a little bit of trouble because you may be going too fast to jump in time to get off the platform. Now, a lot of these are actually pretty easy. I like you, Toby. You're an okay guy. Now with this one, the Passage of Saws, the main dilemma with this one is figuring out when exactly to jump. As we have two there right next to each other, you'll want to be sure to jump over both of them. And of course, at the very end, we have a straight run to the goal. Now, at full speed, of course, this may be a little tricky to time your jumps right. But overall, it's not that bad. There are some bad ones later on, but, we're off! And we're still off. Oh dang, oh dang, oh dang. How the crap did that work? You know what? I'm not complaining, because I just got through that whole thing without losing speed at all. Except at the end when I ran into a wall. But you know what? Oh well. When you hit a wall, that happens. And we got a thing. Lacquerware. Ah, this one. The Passage of Demonic Wheels. Now with this one, you're essentially running between these moving spiked wheels, so you have to be careful to watch them and move yourself to squeeze between them. That's the main challenge, though. The downside is if you hit one spike, you're probably gonna lose. So, we're off! Ha-ha! Oh, I tried that one not long ago and I died like 18 times on it. Well, I didn't die, but I lost like 18 times on it. So I'm really happy that worked out well for me. I'm good with that. Well, that's kind of a backhanded compliment. The Chamber of Delay. So, I can see the gate right over there. So you'd think it would be a short race, but if it's called the Chamber of Delay, then you know what? I'm not messing around anymore. Because I'll go with Reflector. I'll go with Reflector and Beads to look kinda cool. But it's actually not the most effective for me. So I'll go, for the sake of time, to 2 reflectors and see what kind of damage I can do. And then, run. End. I see Toby right there. I see Toby right there. Right there. Victory! Haha! Oh man, I must have won that one by about probably half an inch. Oh, that's over and done with, though. Yeah, the reflector main bead sub-weapon looks cool, and it's kind of fun to play, but as far as actually getting damage out quickly... I don't see Toby anywhere either. I do so hope we're not done racing him. These guys have some weird games. Hey, that's the room we were in down there. Yeah, and as you may guess, the idea here is to dodge the lasers and get to the next platform. It's actually not that bad, it's just a little time-consuming. And as they mentioned, you can actually hit those things. Yeah. You can actually smack the statues shooting the lasers to cause them a moment's pause. Now, let's see here. Where am I going next? I'm going there next. And then I'm going there. And, of course, at the start, you really don't have to worry about it that much, but, now we got that over. We got a statue over there. Looks like we got a chest a little bit further ahead. I'm gonna wait here because it's probably easier to get a straight run. And... aha! And with the switch hit, we can actually go back a good bit easier now, so we've kind of hit a halfway point. Nice, because it only gets harder from here. Yep. You know what? I kind of want that chest. And you do have to be very careful of the spikes. Now, if you manage to catch the spikes while they're up, you can destroy them, but they'll just come back, so it's kind of pointless. And that's actually a little troublesome later on. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, so next step, I'm going over that way. That away. Yeah. And now I'm going that way. So let's see here. We got that one going, me running, me getting here. Wow, I'm actually almost at the end. I haven't even had to hit any of these chests. I'm a little surprised. I actually had to hit them, I usually have to hit them some. Yeah, that stung a little. That one I couldn't have hit. That wouldn't have helped either way, because I had to hit that one. Wow, really? I got through this whole thing without having to hit a single statue? It's just a moment's pause, though, so maybe when you see the laser coming at you, you can smack them and they'll stop, and then start over again. So it does give you a moment's breather. I don't want to fight anything. Tengu! I don't like fighting the Tengus. Wow, that was so much easier with Reflector. I'm good with that. And the save point. You know what? I'm gonna save. Where to next? Lockjaw. Toby! I was missing you, buddy. The Passage of Needles? I don't know. I see some spikes, but I don't really see why it would be called the Passage of Needles. Oh well. Oh! Needles! Yeah. Well, that explains why it's called the Passage of Needles. Pretty easy race, though, thankfully. Hey, the key! Just what we were looking for. I'm on a roof. And thank you, Catwalk. You let me walk up walls. And with our key, we can make our way back to Lockjaw. Hey, buddy! Have a key! Exorcism arrow! That's what I was looking for. That's the word I was trying to find. Whoa there! Yeah, I knew that was coming. You know, these would probably be really useful items if I actually used items. Oh well.